Hello, everyone. My name is Maximus, and I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 17th episode of Campaign 2, despite what my notes say, of Castles and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our amazing cast of Bunny Dreadful, Mac and Cheese Please, Nina Nikolic, Virtual Spectre, and moves like Jagger from the GGN crew.
I almost waved at Bun. I don't know why I thought I was Bun for a moment. I was like,
you can be me. I can be you. It's fine.
oh my
I'm
gosh,
just going to
that would be
fireball
so
everything and act really cute.
fun. That's
and not
campaign
eat
1,
cheese.
baby.
Oh, yeah. And this I have to act like.
You're just like hot
do not
shit.
think so.
No.
Very nice.
That's harder.
So-
Actually, oh my God, that's so much harder.
Well,
Pretend you're one of the popular girls at school.
I don't know what that's like.
oh,
Just like, gotta pretend. I just pretend. Fake it till you make it.
yeah. I'll show you how to be one of the popular girls at school. Fun.
Whoa.
Anyway, thanks everybody for, I wanted to say last week, but I guess it's technically this week because it was Sunday, for raising money for the National MS Society. We raised like $1,500, and I think total they were over like $7,500 over the weekend. So thank you all for contributing
Very nice.
to that. Very much appreciated. It was quite a spicy evening, that's for sure.
It was amazing.
Ooh, literally.
For some reason,
Man, I really wanted jelly beans earlier, and I went to the cabinet, and all we had was bean boozles. And for a second, I was like, baby.
Don't you even think about it. The only one that you can get away with is the light blue one, because like the bad flavor is toothpaste, which like isn't even
Win-win,
that bad.
baby.
yeah.
I'm
was
like,
eating all
oh,
the
another
blue
light
ones and
blue
crying.
one? How dare I? Haha.
I've had an affinity for hot sauce this week, like because after doing like the super spicy one, I went down to
Do you
some of
want
the
to be
other ones
mad
that we
that I
liked.
just ordered some more hot sauce?
Well, we need some, so that's good.
That's
not
always
not
a
the
good
super
thing.
hot stuff. Yeah, I needed some spice in my life.
Not the hot ones.
It's in the
Normal
hot ones
spread,
range,
dude.
but it's lower
Oh, it is?
on the. It's lower
Got
on the
us
ladder.
A new heatonist sauce, but it's not. It's not
Oh,
on that
interesting.
side.
Well, we'll figure out what that is later when we get it, I guess.
Calientes
Surprise.
Verdes is my favorite one. It's so good.
Mhm.
I put it on everything.
The bomb is the worst. Don't ever,
Nope.
Mm-mm.
ever get
Don't
the
do
bomb.
it. Don't do it.
Do it. It's not worth any money.
Tears of the Sun is good if you guys want to try a new one.
Anyway.
Why aren't they sponsoring us?
Anyway, aside from hot sauces, some other news is now we're over 3,800 plays on our podcast. So thank you all for listening to us. Much appreciated. And if you didn't know, we recently, I think it was like 3 weeks, a month ago, got partnered on YouTube. So if you haven't checked us out over there, please do.
it.
The link is in the
Do it.
chat, and go check us out over there. And if you want to support us over there, awesome, because they give us a better cut. So
Damn right.
appreciate
It is
it.
what it is.
Yeah.
Just saying the facts.
Yeah, so much appreciated. Otherwise, if you aren't familiar with our programming schedule, we've got our Monday Tome of Knowledge podcast, which is at 6 p.m. Pacific time, where we talk about anything and everything D&D and tabletop RPG related. We've got art streams on Tuesdays with Bun. That's at 7 p.m. And then, of course, you have our Friday nights where you are right now, unless you're in the future, and that's where we were. But 7 or 6 p.m. Pacific Friday nights is where we play our live game. And then, of course, Thursdays, YouTube podcast only is Out of Combat, where we discuss the previous episode. You get some nice out of character and some little behind the scenes conversation. So, and if you want any of that stuff early, go check out our Patreon, where they give us even more of a cut. Wow.
Can confirm the future is bright.
Anyway, thank you all so much for the support. It all goes towards the channel for giving us cool maps and music and all kinds of other stuff to help the stream look and sound better for you. So help me help you. Wait, help me help you help me. I don't know. One of those.
Let's just help each other.
Just help everybody.
Yeah.
And just
World
help
peace.
everybody. Yeah.
Before we start, VS your cursor.
Turn off
Matt.
your
I need to show you After or during break, there's a way to load it in without having any of that. Yes.
What?
I found it in settings.
Is
Okay,
it an
you may
individual
not know what we're
setting
talking
thing?
about, but Mac just dropped the biggest freaking gift on us just there. You don't even know.
I got you.
So what they're talking about is the map that we use. We use Forge, which is the online kind of hoster of Foundry, and I find the little pointers annoying as fuck on the screen. So we have a mod that turns them off, but everyone has to turn them off individually until now, thanks to Mac. So thank
Oh,
you.
I found it.
Amazing.
Oh, cursor hider.
Yeah, you can hide
Losing
it.
our minds.
upon-
Everyone listening is like,
That's a game
Okay.
changer.
Yeah,
Game
you can hide
changer.
it upon
These
entry.
things.
You can choose it. I got you guys.
Yeah.
Yep, I just found it. Thank you.
Anyway,
You're welcome.
before we start, just thanks so much for watching and listening. And, thank you for supporting us. Just even being here helps us. So very much thank you for that. Does anyone have anything they would like to say before we start our episode this evening? Does anyone have any earth-shattering news or words of wisdom?
are you saying that like I have something I'm supposed to be sharing right
No,
now?
no.
Oh, okay. I was like,
My
I don't
voice
know.
is
just
off
checking.
today, so I'm gonna roleplay Azric.
I was
Having
worried
a
I
cold.
forgot something. Let's all just roleplay that we have a cold together.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be the best birthday gift is going to be sitting here with you guys.
Oh yeah, it's your birthday.
That's right.
Yay.
Nana's birthday's tomorrow.
It's birthday weekend, so I'm so excited that we get to be here all
Yeah.
together today.
Let's go.
We gonna
Happy
sing it?
birthday.
No.
Yeah.
You have to finish now.
We can do
I
it.
did not expect that.
Oh,
that was
boy.
beautiful. Oh,
Thank you. You're welcome, Nina.
That's amazing. That's it. That's the best. That's the best we could do.
Yes.
Um,
I mean, we
Start
could
the
do the
game.
whole song
Launch.
together. Do you want to? No.
No.
nobody wants that. Anyway, let's go ahead and start our episode of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off with the crew of the Unfortunate taking in the amenities of Black-Rind Cove. First thing that morning, Taj and the rest of the party went to the small shop known as Accoutrements Arcane. The shop was owned by her friend named Zara. The Yuan Ti Arcanist was asked to assist with learning more about the Cryptex Arcanum, a small spherical magical object they found. The crew filled in Zara on where the sphere was found, as well as the information gained while on the Whispering Isles, and Taj believed that the first puzzle could be unlocked using a knock spell. Zara informed Taj that she would create this spell scroll for free as long as the party gathered the necessary ingredients to create it. Taj also revealed to Zara that she was in possession of former Captain Marius Blackthorn's rudder. The logbook of sorts was extremely important to any discerning captain or navigator, as it contains confidential information about sailing directions, shipping lanes, and other vital information that they keep in there. Zara confirmed that this rudder was enchanted by an illusory script, and any creature with the capability of true sight or access to the spell True Seeing would be able to decipher the encrypted text. Zara offered the same terms for a scroll of True Seeing to be made for Taj, and the group agreed to acquire these ingredients as well. After staying for some brief refreshments, the party planned on meeting at the Drunken Mermaid for some much-needed celebration after a job well done. Hayden first went back to visit Rover to see what information he had learned. The popular theory among the general populace was the High Winds were raided by pirates, their ship scuttled, and their lives lost during the attack. However, Rover and the information provided seemed to indicate that was categorically false. Rover informed Hayden that the High Winds allegedly had not been pirated by any known pirates of the Cove, and they were a well-known merchant family in Osham Miran and just seemingly vanished one day. Hayden joined the rest of the group at the tavern as they were celebrating their recent successful quest. And after some merrymaking and party bonding, the group decided on their next adventure. They would be traveling to the other side of Erebos, the broken continent, to the city-state known as Eskos, where Azric once called home. And that is where we'll begin our story this evening. So, you wake up on Quintus the 5th, which is Thorn's Day. Your ship is supposed to be ready midday today. And once that has been completed, you are off to sail on your 11-day voyage.
Where's
long
Chowder?
voyage.
Do we have enough rations?
That's a lovely
yeah.
idea. Kudo, we should definitely stock up. This is going to be a very long trip. And
Yes.
I am so hungover from all that drinking. So please excuse me as I...
Bucket?
You
Thank
should use the bucket. I used the bucket last night, and it really
Well.
helped a lot.
It is
Well, the
quite
floor
helpful.
shall
Bottomless.
suffice.
They'll clean
keep it
it
in
up
mind.
later.
Yeah, we should definitely check supplies, rations, all that good stuff.
Well, I have 8 rations on me, it looks like.
Well, we have a whole crew to feed, Kudo, so we're going to need a big stock. So
Yeah, I think we'll
I'll just-
need a bit more.
go ahead and do that. If anyone wants to join me, they're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you're free to do as you will.
If I've got nowhere else to be, I guess I'll tag along with you, if that's all right.
I'm
Very
just gonna lay back in the hammock and try not to die again. I mean, he just has like a 1,000-mile stare.
I think Hayden will stay behind and make sure, I don't know, Emmy doesn't die.
Point of order from the DM. You all need to manage how many rations you have individually, but we'll save at this point for the crew. You don't have to buy all the crew rations at once. That's all taken care of with the cut that you split and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to go figure out how many crew members you have, how many rations you need to buy, like that. We don't need to go to that level unless you guys just want to.
Oh, well.
Oh, I'd really rather not go that level.
No,
Just
that's
checking.
like
Just
my
checking.
Just
worst
triggered like
nightmare.
3 things. I'm like, no.
How long was this journey supposed to take? I think you said 11 days, didn't you? So we should plan for
Well,
15, maybe 16, just in case. You know what's happened the last time we were on the water, and then there was the big thing and the other thing, and
I mean, given that we should always travel for extra rations. You never know if we'll hit a storm or get into an altercation. There's all sorts of reasons that our trip can be much longer than supposed to be planned. So I say double what we need.
Or
I
you
had
Yeah.
could
that.
buy
I
a
have 26.
damn.
You have 26
Yeah.
rations?
The last time that we were out, I bought at least 20 because I did
Oh.
not know when we would be back.
Same, actually. I've got 12 left. I did the same back then.
I have 10.
That won't be enough.
Probably not.
You should buy some hardtack. I heard that's what sailors and pirates eat. So it must be like really good, right?
Well, we can always get fish. And
I
we
assume
have
it's
this
like a
ration.
a shellfish.
You know what? I mean, I'll get some hardtack for you, and you can
Okay.
experience
Oh God, you're gonna break her teeth.
the joy of hardtacks. Yes. I'm just gonna buy 30 rations, and
Sure, 5 silver per ration. Y'all can buy them whenever you
All right.
want. That's easily
Yeah, I'm
accessible.
gonna go ahead and grab a few more.
You can do that whenever you like before you leave. Is there
Quick
anything?
maths, quick maths. 5 silver, you say?
2 for 1 gold.
Oh, marvelous.
2 for 1 special all the time. Is there anything anyone wants to do or speak to anyone before? Sure.
Did we ever sell any of the stuff we got from that last voyage with our friend? Like, is there any like stones or books or like weaponry or anything that we just sold off? I feel like I have like no money, and I'm like, I feel like I should have more money.
Didn't you spend it all on something last time?
That was
Spell
a different
scrolls.
one. I thought.
I do have the numbies of our take.
I have some monster goop. Do you need that?
I'll DM it to you, Mac.
Okay, yeah, because I wasn't there when we did all that, so I feel like maybe that's when I didn't write down the numbers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything that's in the common items list we could just buy, right? You don't need us to ask you.
So the last time that you all got back, it was you each got 637.5 gold pieces for the party. And that's split
We got
between each of you.
127.4 each
127.
and 4 silver.
Yeah, I
Alrighty.
definitely didn't have that.
Me neither.
Y'all need to hire an accountant because I can't keep track
That'd
of
be
it.
Great. Chat, any takers? No.
I have it in my notes. As captain, you have to
Notes.
do these
Captain
things.
Accountant. I just realized that an airship is a common item.
You guys.
No,
I was just looking and I'm just
Sky
like,
pirates.
no, it's
Wait,
not.
can we be sky pirates?
Airship is not a common item.
I was like, why is that
Twitter should
here?
start tinkering and make us an airship.
This is what I consider common items. It's the adventuring gear section.
Do we have airships in this realm? I don't even know.
You haven't seen any.
Welcome to Casters and Cantrips, where the DM scolds us on our poor shopping decisions.
That's right.
Tune in next time when we spend the rest of our money on an airship.
It was just in the default stuff, that's all.
Let's go. I want to sail.
All right. So my question to you all again: is there anything you'd like to do before you leave, as your ship is going to be ready during midday?
I think
Did you guys want
I'm
to redo
ready.
the flag? Or were you okay with that for now?
Let's not talk about it.
Yay. Nope, we're all good. Let's go.
You have a very nice, fantastic pirate flag that just when the camera's about to look at it, something happens and has to turn away. Or someone's
To
head's
be
in the
revealed at
way.
a later date.
It goes to Gatto's black t-shirt.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, time to set sail? Is that a yes?
Aye,
Yes.
aye.
I'm not the captain here.
Aye, Captain Bird.
Aye, DM.
Yeah.
Ah.
Alrighty. So midday comes along and you were informed by Reginald that everything is now ship shape. And then if you need require any other repairs or potential upgrades in the future, he's more than happy to abide if you have the coin. So you are on the ship now, preparing to sail. No more expedience. It is only the unfortunate on the side of the
I'd
ship.
like to purchase a pistol before we leave, and ammo.
I have a spare one. Do you want mine? I seem to not be able to use it anyway.
Then we're good.
All right,
Like
let
that
me
you said it
remove
after we
this.
left, so it's like you forgot it, and then Cooter had you.
I've got 19 bullets as well, so you can have those.
Appreciate it, Cuda.
Delete. This thing, delete.
So, as seen on the map, you are currently in Black Rend Cove. Right over there. You are going to Glasgow on the other side of the continent. Hooray!
We.
Ooh wee.
Actually, let's not go there. It's a silly place.
It'll take you 11 full days to sail, as long as everything goes well. And what I'll do is I will have you, I'll have you roll every few days for things to happen, but I will have you do a navigation for every day.
Do you need me to go and do it, all of them, or?
No, not all of them at once.
Okay.
That would be unwieldy.
I don't know. What do you need me to do? You need me to roll one now?
Yeah. So if you're ready to leave, give me one
You ready?
navigation roll. I'm ready.
Everyone's reading something. I don't know. Emmy wasn't ready. What is navigation again?
You're going to use a D20 plus your proficiency, since your proficiency in navigator's tools and wisdom. So +6 for you.
9.
A 9.
I'm sorry. 11.
11. Thanks to quick math. Yeah, it's a clear day. It's maybe some light rain. No adverse conditions. You can still easily navigate, so you're not going to do poorly, but you're not going to do well. You're just going to do just fine.
That's my life right there.
Yeah, you're going to do just fine. And on the first day, I'm not going to roll for any encounters or anything. So at the end of each day, just remember you need to use a ration. And if you would like to change your spells at the end of each day, you can, for those of you that are prepared casters. So if you want to make some decisions, you can, and I'll try to better let you know when that happens. So is there anything you all want to do on day one? Otherwise, we're cooking. We're getting to it.
I'm ready for anything, Captain.
Very good, Cuda. Well, there's nothing else, then let's keep on going.
All right. Next day, give me another one, Emmy, the fearless navigator.
Yeah, well, let's see. That's not good. That's a natural one.
Okay. Your streak of being just fine is broken. With a natural 1, bringing you up to a 7. In this case, you all know it is difficult to navigate around the area of Black Red Cove and how to get there. There's a reason for that, just because it's difficult to find on purpose. So navigating some of those narrow waterways and channels while trying to avoid some of the treacherous terrain has caused you all to lose some time. So you've lost a few hours up to half a day.
I think we got extra ration.
Yeah, smart move.
Planning ahead is always handy.
Someone roll me a... Actually, no, that'll be tomorrow. Don't roll me anything. All right. This day is going to be over.
During our travel time, I'm going to try to connect with the crew and chat them up, try to build some camaraderie, try to develop some trust with crew and captain.
Yeah, you've got a couple of relatively newish crew members that sort of went out on the Whispering Isle as their first adventure. Those being Hellman, Artie, Fiera, Gear, and Barry are your newest rank and file. Is there anything you'd like to do in particular? Or are you just making the rounds, doing the captainly duties?
Just making the rounds, but putting in the effort.
Okay. Duly noted. Anyone want to do anything else?
think Hayden would probably be doing something similar, making sure things are on the up and up.
Very well.
Quartermaster things.
Keeping everybody in line.
Yep.
Very well. All right. Another night is gone. You're making okay time, despite a little mishap there. One more for me, Emmy, for the third day.
Okay, sorry. Emmy's going through her new belongings. 9.
A 9. Okay.
Right, those dice.
Little bit of time lost. Not much. A few hours. Your goal's a 10, by the way, unless it's not good conditions.
Say that like I can do anything.
Someone roll me a d12, please.
D12. Wow. How about a 6? No, a 9.
Okay. A 9. As you're sort of sailing that evening, as you all are looking out to the water to the east, or marking your direction towards Escos, you see some sort of strange lights in the water, almost like a dull green blue underneath the surface. And after spending some time trying to figure out what this thing is, Emmy, I'll give you this for free since you lived under the ocean. These are just bioluminescent plankton floating along, doing their
edible?
thing. I mean, anything's edible if you try hard enough. But yeah, I mean, it's plankton, so it's not.
That you and they don't hurt, right? Oh, Emmy's gonna go swimming. If we can't, if the waters are still enough. Are we going too fast? I don't know. It sounded like the waters were still if we can see bioluminescent stuff.
I mean, you can see it. I mean, I think plankton is technically edible-ish.
Need bristles.
I don't know.
Like whales.
Well,
Yeah.
Emmy's gonna turn into a dolphin and go swim alongside the boat so she can see the plankton.
Yeah, you could definitely do that because the boat's moving. The reason why ships can go so
Yeah, the
fast is they
dolphins-
move 24 hours a day, but you
The
can swim as
dolphins
a
can
dolphin.
move as fast as a boat, right?
That's why
Oh,
I
I've
said you
seen
can
that.
do it.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. So you can swim around in all the glowies if you'd like. And it's very pretty.
Is anyone else like looking at like have everyone else seen this before? None of.
To them.
I've been a pirate most of my life. Yeah, it's quite common.
What am I looking at? So I was reading my notes, trying to catch up on what we're looking for on Escos, preparing my research.
We're looking for the silver tongue blossom.
Yes. But what did I miss? What's going on? Where's Emmy?
Oh, apparently she's a dolphin swimming in the bioluminescence.
Oh, quite right. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. It's just a very pretty occurrence in the twilight hours of its blue-green glow on the surface of the ocean. Anyone else want to do anything besides swim in the ocean?
I'm good.
Okay. Very well. Another day passed. You all have used 3? No. Yeah. 3 rations now.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3 rations.
There we go. So, 4th day, navigation for me. Emmy, that's
Is that you, Emmy?
She's the only one that's proficient.
Proficient in navigation?
Navigation tools. There's
Not
specific
that you would
tools
know
for
it
that.
by my rolls.
What's this one?
10. Sorry, for some reason I could not math that all of a
A
sudden.
10's what you need. Fantastic. Alrighty. Nothing else on this day. So unless anyone wants to do anything, go ahead and give me another one.
I'm scared we're gonna find the Kraken.
Is
I
that on
wanna
the
find
list?
The Kraken.
Did I put
I'm
that on
ready for
there?
The Kraken.
What was the next roll?
9.
Alrighty, that's another few hours lost. So at this pace, unless you find some time, you're about a day down or so. Let's see. Another one for the next day.
In the meantime, Cooter's frantically going through her notes, trying to think of a way to make this ship go faster. We keep losing time, Captain.
Okay, I'm already on
This
to my
happens, Cooter.
third D20. Do you need another roll?
Yeah.
Oh, natural 20. We found the good child.
Okay. So natural 20. You do gain some time here. So you're back down to about half a day's loss as the wind picks up in your favor. So this being day 5 now. I need someone to roll a D12 for me.
I can do that.
Go for it.
1.
Oh, one. Okay. So, as you're sort of entering in the open ocean of the Pinnacle Depths on the northern side of it, you've been sailing for 5 days. The wind starts to pick up quite a bit, which helps with you propelling your ship to make up some of that lost time. But right behind it is quite a treacherous storm. And in this storm is going to bring some pretty nasty swells. It is going to be up to, I guess, the captain and the officers on whether you should batten down the hatches. Excuse me, there are no hatchets. There might be hatchets, but they don't involve this in this situation quite yet. It's going to be up to you whether you want to push on or batten down the hatches and try and weather the storm. I'm not going to take away the natural 20 to give you the time back. The sort of risk reward here being mainly risk is you can gain maybe a half a day, but there's likelihood that something could, like your sails could rip. You could lose a crew member. You could, God's forbid, something happened to the mainmast and then y'all are Scrooge McDuck.
I think we're gonna hunker down.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't.
We're
need to
not
be
in
anywhere
a
fast.
rush or anything. Yeah.
Okay. Very well. So, with that, you are battening down the hatches for the impending storm, trying to keep the ship in working order as the storm sort of rages around you. And it's a pretty nasty storm. Swells are coming up. The ship is coming almost at a 45-degree angle over the swells. Pretty scary stuff in this case.
Does anyone need the bucket? Anyone?
No.
No. This is just being on top of the sea. There is You just get used to it.
We all have our sea legs about us.
Oh, excellent. Then I'll keep it for myself.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm feeling just a little on the side of.
I thought your people were sea tortoises.
Well, mostly on land, but close to the sea. I'd never spent much time actually on the water myself.
Oh, well, I see. Oh.
A trick you can try, Kuda, is try to sway with the motion. That might help with the motion sickness you're experiencing. Don't close your eyes and look back. That's a terrible idea.
No, look at the ocean.
Okay. I'll be fine. I'll get used to it.
Well, what, 6 more days, I believe?
Is it Twins Day currently?
You all have been sailing for. This is the end of day 5, I believe, if I'm not
Moon Day.
mistaken. So that would be the
No,
10th.
Thorns Day. Yes, Twins Day. Excellent. Just keeping track.
Yeah, so
of the
Wednesday the
moon.
10th. It's gotten a little dark outside, mainly from the storm, but also later in the evening. You see the occasional bolts of lightning sort of lighting up the rest of the ship, in short increments and bursts here. Is there anyone that's planning on trying to keep watch, or is anyone going to be on the deck? Are they I assume some of the crew's trying to keep things together, get the rigging down and all that type of stuff, but
Emil stay on the deck and kind of keep watch on things. She actually likes being out. Potentially, if it's raining, that would be her favorite.
Yeah, Azrak will be out. He's used to it.
Yeah, I could do the same.
yeah. So we'll just say
Actually, I imagine all of us are just like standing on the deck somewhere, keeping a lookout, right?
I do
Together?
like storms, but I'll
Emmy
just-
wants to.
hunker down in this
Do you
corner
like
with my
the
bucket.
storms? You don't. I mean, you don't look like you're having a good time.
Well, I like storms when they're, I like the sound and the ambience when I'm in my little hut. But out on the water, it's a different beast, I think.
Oh, I see. Hey, Hayden, you like the storms, right?
I don't mind.
I thought as a sailor you'd be more scared of the storm.
Well, it's obviously not ideal. I would much
With like the
prefer
number of
sunshine and
shipwrecks
fair winds.
that I've seen, it's really statistically pretty likely that the storm, sinks the boat. There's a lot of them down there.
Sure.
I don't think you're not very good at small talk, are you?
I've never had to do it. I'm learning.
Well, could be a learning situation when actively being in an extremely dangerous storm and talking about the statistical likelihood of us capsizing and sinking into the bottom of the ocean. It's probably not the best time to talk about it.
That's a good point. I guess I don't think of them as being scary, so I was just curious if others did, because to me it just means, yay, a new shipwreck to explore. Usually that's.
I figured.
But now that you mention it, there's
scared.
all the skeletons, and those were people, and then you guys are like those people. Yeah, I understand.
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
experienced
go.
it. A storm's underwater, not above. So I figured you're managing quite well, actually.
Oh well, I've come to the surface during storms before.
Like on a boat, or just floating there.
Just both.
Okay, all right. Well, mind your surroundings. Like we have a saying called "read the room," right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Usually, so the reason I've experienced storms, I've been on a lot of boats before, but not usually like allowed on the boats. I'm usually just hanging out, like as a crab. And so I listen to a lot of conversation with surface dwellers, but I haven't done a lot. I'm getting better.
Right. But, mind your surroundings, and in particular dangerous situations or sad times, you don't bring up those topics.
My people are much more honest than that.
Right.
I will have to.
I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
Like we're in a ship battle, and that's heaven forbid.
That sounds exciting.
Chowder is no longer living, and then everyone's sad about it.
No, I just saw Chowder. Is Chowder okay?
Okay, I'm giving you
I don't think we should get into a ship battle. I don't think we should do it. It does not sound exciting.
God.
I don't think it's exciting.
Damn it!
Apple didn't read the room.
Kuna, you are not helping. Not one bit.
I can't even anymore now.
Just be careful what you say around people. That's all I'm saying. Carry on.
Hayden pulls Azric aside real quick and like, at this point I can't quite tell if they're just doing this to spite you.
I would rather prefer they did, Hayden. That they are this naive is and survived this long is mind blowing.
It's yeah, isn't it? It's quite a thing to behold.
If they fell into a different crew, things might be very different for them. But I thank the gods they have us.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna go do a walkabout and see how the rest of the crew's getting on.
Very good, quartermaster.
So, as you all are on the deck conversing, figuring out what is happening, having your fun talks, I will say definitely Cooter and Emmy and Hayden. As you're sort of milling about on the deck, you see the storm getting quite bad, and you start to see sort of a swirling motion in the water, and then just off of the starboard side from the rear, you can see a water spout starting to form in the ocean. This is probably, at your guess at this point, about 40 to 50 feet across, as it is picking up well, not really steam, but it's getting big.
And how far away from
what
the
do we do? What do we
ship is it?
do?
How far from the ship at this point?
Is it forming? Yeah.
50 feet or so, maybe.
So it's 40 to 50 feet wide, and it's only 50 feet away.
What do?
And we're still in the midst of this storm, right?
You are.
Oh, it's not good.
You can see the top of the deck is getting splashed with water constantly. This sort of vortex is spinning. Water's getting all over the place, and you see sort of just large puddles forming on the deck. And while this is happening, with this sort of vortex getting closer to you all, you see some of the puddles start to move in a way that water shouldn't necessarily move. And it looks like one of the puddles starts to get up and animate.
Can I detect magic? Is that something I can do?
What you certainly can do is you can roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Ow.
1.
Give me 1 second to get every
Plus your initiative number.
I have the best of initiative.
one
Good
moment.
thing PAX Australia is next week, so I can get myself some dice that work.
That'll do it.
Marvelous.
I'm just happy I can never go below an 8 on initiative.
Okay,
Must
so
be nice.
Cooter, what was your initiative?
1.
A total of 1?
Yeah, it was 2 minus 1.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hayden.
Math. 12.
12. Emmy.
Well, I rolled one better than Cooter with a 3. Minus 1,
3.
so I'm 2.
2. Azric.
Yes.
10.
We're so good at this.
10. I didn't realize that Cooter and Emmy have a negative dexterity
Yeah.
bonus. Todd.
Come up
Check.
before.
10.
10. Fantastic. Okay, so here is what you all have going on.
Whoa. Look at the rain.
Ooh wee.
Your maps are amazing, Max.
Thanks. And I hope that you all can see the blue circle here.
Nope.
Nope.
Let's see.
We see some bad
I'm
guys.
scared to see
I
it.
see a blue
I'm so
bag.
scared to see it.
I can guess where it's at based on how you described it.
Yeah. It's funny because it shows up something like really well and has like animation on my side and everything, but for some reason it's just not.
Maybe it's in
not
the
doing
fog
it.
of war or something. Is there fog of war on my...
I don't see it.
I don't know, but that's okay. I'll let y'all know where it is.
Maybe I need to put my glasses on. Where are my specs?
There you go. There's a circle to tell you where it is. I'll get the fun looking stuff and you can have the
that's
circle.
Close.
Okay, so first, let's get some combat music going. And then second, let's see. Where are you, combat music? There we go. And go. Alrighty. So, on initiative 19, this little friend of yours is going to move forward and let you know how everything is doing. So, little 10 foot right there. And this water weird is going to try and attack you, Azric, since you're just there.
That's what it's called. A weird.
It's a water weird. That one is.
It's so weird.
15.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're going to take 10 bludgeoning damage,
Yikes.
and you're grappled.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, you are grappled by the
no.
weird. Is there a good grappled icon in here? No, that's restrained. We'll just remember. You are grappled by this creature that looks like a sort of column of water and then sort of hunches over, has watery spines on the back, and then has like a gaping like maw on its front with like 2 little spindly water tendrils coming out from the side of it. And that's all they're gonna do. So okay, actually, you're grappled. There is an escape DC for this. You're pulled closer towards it, and until the grapple ends, you are restrained. So you are restrained. We'll use that.
Okay.
Up next, this creature that's going to attack you all. This is not a water weird. This is a water elemental.
Oh, gee.
And it's going to move forward in between Hayden and Taj. And first it's going to try and slam. Actually. Yeah, it's going to try and slam you, Hayden. That is an 18.
That hits.
Where are my dice? You'll take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to try and do a slam on Taj, too. And that is an 11.
My armor class is 11. Does that mean it?
That it hits you.
So I am going to use my reaction to use Silvery Barb, so it has to re-roll and take the lower roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my reaction for
Okay. One
uncanny
second.
dodge.
The reroll is a natural 1, so it misses you.
Ooh.
And you're going to uncanny dodge.
Yep.
So
4 damage then instead of 9?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did look up and see if there's any limit on how many times I could use it. It's just reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then I can choose a different creature I can see within range that now has advantage on their next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw within the next minute. And I look at Taj, or I look at Azric and kind of like bow my head and wink at him and then give it to him.
There you go. He's going to need it. Up next is Hayden.
Right. So I just took a watery fist to the dome.
Pretty much.
Do you remember in Campaign 1 where we were fighting a similar thing? And I was like, you can hurt water?
You can punch water?
I'm gonna hurt water again.
Yeah, I punched that water.
Except I'm gonna use my saber and try and, I don't know, cut the water. Let's see. Come on. That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Ooh. Okay. Let me get my damage stuff here. And that is sneak attack 2. Here we go. Ooh. That'll be 16 damage on that.
Alrighty. One moment. Yep. So 16 damage. It looks like you slashed the water, and it did less than you thought it should.
Okay. I will note that in my brain. What should I do? Okay. I'm just gonna take bonus action. What can I do with that? Bonus action dash, disengage, hide. I'm gonna try and disengage as my bonus action.
You certainly can do that. Where would you like to go?
And I'm actually gonna move next to Azra.
Okay. Very well.
All right.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Let's see. Azric or Taj, who has the highest dex? It's Azric, so you go first, Azric.
You're muted, Azric.
Beautiful. I'm going to break free, or attempt to.
Alrighty, you're gonna have to spend your turn doing an athletics, I believe, to do this.
And then I have advantage, or is that for attack rolls? All right.
You got
It is, yeah, you should have advantage on attack roll, ability check, and saving throws.
Hey,
this is definitely
For
For
one
the
of
next minute, by the way.
the next one for the next minute, so they don't have to use it instantly.
20 athletics,
Oh, it's just
baby.
one. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, you break free out of this watery grasp as you sort of just bust out, and then the water splashes everywhere and sort of reforms back into the weird.
And that was my whole action. Right.
That is your action, yeah, to break out of
And
that.
I am going to summon a Tenny Boy right behind it as a bonus action.
Alrighty. Boop.
And then it's going to attempt to smack
Yeah.
with a nat 20 or my Tenny.
Ooh.
Nice.
A critical tentacle.
Oh, man.
That's amazing.
So,
I love that.
so we're doing juicy
Tentacle.
crits, right?
That's what you all voted on.
Well, okay. So then that means it does 18 damage.
Ooh. What sort of damage is that?
It does cold damage, so it's probably not great.
Cold damage. Let's take a look. Does as much as you think it does. Cold damage is just fine.
Sweet. And its movement is reduced by 10 until the
right.
start of my next turn.
Remind me of that
You got it.
if it comes up. And Taj, you're next.
And that thing, is it like right next to me? So if I move, it gets the opportunity of attack, or no?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. I am going to Misty Step away.
Mm.
And I'm going to use my Fey Touch so I don't take up a spell slot.
Okay.
And we're going to where do I want to go? Let's go over, let's see, 30 feet. I need to math. Wow, 30 feet is not as much as I thought it was.
I mean, it's as much as a whole creature can move usually.
Yeah. Well, I was
And
like,
that one's
I wanna go
large
to the
too,
bow of the boat.
yeah. All right, you misty step away.
And because that's a bonus action, does that mean I get to cast like a cantrip?
Yeah, you certainly can.
I'm gonna attempt Firebolt at
On
it.
which one?
The big one.
Biggin? Go
That-
for it.
the water elemental guy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 12?
A 12 does not hit.
Gotcha.
You hurl the bolt and it sort of fizzles out as it touches its watery exterior.
Okay.
Alrighty. And also on initiative 10 at the end, it's the water spout's turn. All right, I'm going to roll to see which direction this thing goes. It is going to move north.
Is the map canonically north?
Yes.
I was just thinking. I was like,
North,
wait,
north is up.
Which way is north?
Yeah, north is up, so it's moving. I'm moving away from you all. So yeah, nothing you'll have to worry about for the moment. Good times. Alrighty, Emmy, it's now your turn.
Okay. I would like to cast. Okay, I'm gonna cast Bear's Endurance. I'm casting an enhance ability on 2 people. I think I'm gonna give it to Hayden and Azrak.
Enhance ability is a touch spell, so you have to get in range to touch them.
Oh, I'm right here. I can do that. Yeah, I'll just go over here.
There you go.
You guys got this. Patch on the back. You feel stronger.
Yeah, you do Bear's Endurance.
So it was athletics earlier that he needed when they grab him, right?
Athletics is the strength. It was a strength check.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're trying to help them with strength checks, Bear's Endurance does not help with that.
Oh.
Bear's Endurance helps with Constitution checks and gives them temp HP.
Full strength is the one.
Full strength, got it.
Oh, now I can do this. Yes.
Yeah, now you guys are really buff.
Fluff them muscles.
Extra
You can
fluffing.
also carry twice as much stuff if you want. So
That's for both of us?
10
Yeah.
to
Or
lift.
just
Yeah.
No encumbrance. Let's go.
Yeah. So what does it look like when you use a spell? I don't think you've used it before.
Oh, I just kind of walk up behind them and reach out and like touch their shoulders, and there's just like some like it looks like the algae we saw earlier, some energy like that color.
And
My
our,
gloves.
and our muscles are instantly fluffed.
Yeah, their muscles are so fluffed right now.
Yeah.
They're the
Yeah.
fluffiest fluffers that you've ever seen.
My
Yeah.
shell's feeling a bit tight.
So you have advantage
Oh,
on
not
strength
you,
checks.
Kidder. You didn't get hit, so you're just imagining things.
I'm just chilling.
Sorry.
Anything else for Emmy?
I will bonus action. Oh, I will
All right.
bonus action shoot a thing at him. Actually, no. Mine sonar. Mine silver.
That's not a bonus action.
I'm an idiot. I'm done.
Okay. I was about to say, it's like, that's not a bonus action. Yeah. Cooter, your turn.
Speaking of bonus actions, how long is a minute in this situation?
A minute is 10 rounds.
Excellent. Can I begin with a bonus action
You follow your heart, sure.
of kinetic jaunt?
Oh. Yeah, you can.
So she's gonna Coda, go over here. Good girl. Yes. So she's gonna use that just for safety purposes because we always get caught out, and then we are going to booming blade
Go for it. And
for once because we are in melee range.
Yes.
Should have given her the strength. Anyways, Emmy's watching in wonder since Cooter's like finally like doing it.
Yeah.
It's
Go
like
for
slow
it.
motion. Like
And that thing is for concentration, so I remember, because Connect John's a concentration spell.
Yes.
right, go for
that
your
means
booming blade.
if I get booped, it like breaks my concentration, right?
You have to roll for it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yes, so we are going to booming blade and on weapon, Yakua, obviously. On hit suffers attack damage, etc. Okay, cool. So she's gonna like cast on the Yakua and then like just go at it.
Yeah.
Blinken style.
Roll your d20.
Come on! Not bad. 16.
A 16, that will hit the water weird.
Yes.
and then 1d8.
Yeah, D8 plus 2. Let me know what that one is.
Oh, 4.
Does not do as much as you think it does, or think it should.
No.
And then the booming blade, you were level 5, so you do another D8 of thunder damage.
Oh! 5.
It does exactly how much you think it should. And if this gentleman weird decides to move, you remind me that you have booming blade on, because I will forget. Actually, here you go. They're boom bladed.
Oh, huge.
Anything else?
I believe that's all I can do currently. Because I used my bonus action first. Yeah.
Yeah. You did cast Kinetic Jaunt, so you don't draw opportunity attacks if you wanted to go anywhere.
Yes. But I can't do that right now, can I?
You sure can. You can move at any time in your turn.
I can still move? Oh,
Yeah, you only
huge.
moved 10.
So how much more can I
think-
move? Because Kinetic Jaunt gives an extra 10.
You can move 30.
So I can move an extra 30, I think, then.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be like, wee! Now that I've done that. Collides with at least one wall. No, she doesn't. She's got Kinetic Jaunt. Stop that.
I don't know why it's
nonsense.
happening. Just tell me where you want to go, and then we'll figure it out the whole.
I was gonna go here.
Perfect. You can do that.
She just had to go around. But she has Kinetic Jaunt, so she didn't have to go around, but
Well, the middle is where the mast is, so you can't go through the mast.
yeah.
That's why. So in this,
Yeah.
if it was in this area, it was the big mast and where
Yeah,
the
yeah.
watery dude is. Okay, cool. Up next is the water weird. The water weird is going to do what the water weird does best.
Be weird.
Absolutely. And thanks, browser, for fucking up. Yay. It's gonna slap Hayden. 18.
Yeah.
You take 10 bludgeonings, and now you are grapple restrained.
This is a new round, right?
Yes. Well, have you gone? Is it once per round or once? Like you get a reaction back on your turn.
On my turn.
Yes.
Okay, then never mind. It was 10, you said?
Yes.
And I'm restrained.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty. It's trying to constrict you. The water elemental. Looks at Taj moving away, looks at Cooter zooming on by, and instead, it is going to just move right here. And come on, bud. Water elementals can be in the same space as other creatures. And it is going to use its ability known as Whelm. So you're not overwhelmed or underwhelmed, you're just whelmed. So Azric, Hayden, and Emmy, you all need to make a strength saving throw. Let me look at you, Hayden, for being restrained. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about strength saving throws, so you can still use your advantage.
Okay. It's great, because my strength is not great.
Okay.
Emmy, thanks for pumping us up.
Enhance abilities is concentration as well, by the way. Oop. All right,
I got a 10.
You got a 10. You fail.
Yeah.
Hayden,
17.
you succeed. Emmy,
It's strength, right? Okay, that's a +0. 13.
a 13. You also fail. On a failure, you will take 12 bludgeoning damage.
A wish.
If you succeeded, which was Hayden,
Yeah.
you are immediately pushed out of the water elemental space. You're no longer restrained because you're out of that guy's reach. So you get pushed and you see yourself out of the water on the edge of the ship. So both Emmy and Azric are restrained. Emmy, make a concentration for your enhanced abilities.
Yep, 19 plus.
Oh yeah, plenty. And that's the elemental's turn. Hayden.
I sent you a DM.
Yeah. Secrets.
Secrets.
Secrets are no fun unless they're shared with everyone.
But then it's no secret no more.
I said what I said. No.
Oh, I have 2 spells that are like the same, but they're both always prepared. So I guess I'll just sit here with that. I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't remember doing that. And they're like, no, you just always have them.
That was your answer.
I think one's just like a flavor thing.
Okay. So. Appears and I get blasted.
Uh-oh, it sounds like you're in the actual storm right now.
Sounds like you're in the water, but
Sounds like you're reporting live. Try again. I think
your mic got wet from the elemental.
it's probably
for a
fine now.
second.
It's fine now.
Oh, it's good now.
That's okay. So I get blasted to the railing, and I see Emmy and Azric are restrained by this thing. Hayden's gonna reach into his pack, and he pulls out a small sphere the size of a marble. And I don't think I have to do anything other than
Use an action.
yeah, I'm gonna use my action, and I'm gonna throw this sphere, this little marble, at the water elemental, and I want it to land right on top of him.
Okay.
So any creature within a 10-foot radius of where the bead actually. So both Emmy and Azric are in. He's in their space right now.
So if your plan is to do this where it's not going to hit Emmy or Azric, it needs to be like here. You won't get the second part of it, and then you'll have to move 2. But
Isn't
that
it?
will avoid your friends.
I won't get the second part because it has to be.
Here, let me DM you if we're talking secrets.
It's very intense.
Does it
Yeah,
just
the
have to
music
be
is a
anything,
vibe.
anything within the 10-foot radius? It has to make the save.
Yes, that part's correct. That will definitely happen.
What's the second part then?
I DM'd it to you. I mean, it's fine. You should just do that, and then everyone's gonna know what it is, and then we can say it out in the open. So.
Oh. Sure, I'm still going to use one.
Are you gonna
in
move,
fact,
or are you gonna let it hit you?
I will slink on over this way and throw it. If I throw it at that spot, I should be out of the range, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna throw it just kind of behind where that water weird is, I guess.
Yeah.
So they have to make a DC 15 Dex save.
So describe to everyone else what you're doing as I make these saves and what it looks like.
Well, like I said, you just see Hayden take out a small black marble out of his pack and throws it on the deck, kind of behind this water weird. And as the marble hits, there's an explosion of force energy that blasts out from where the marble lands.
Oh, I thought you were about to catch some Pokemon, but that's cooler.
Kind of. I was hoping to.
The elemental failed. The weird succeeded.
Okay.
So roll your 5d4 force damage.
Do I have that many D4s?
You're gonna have to buy some more dice.
I'll come down to PAX Oz with me next week. Let's go dice shopping.
Okay. I can roll. I'll do 2 and 2. Eight damage.
8 damage on the water weird. Oh, the water weird succeeded, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think anything happens to it.
8 damage on the elemental. It takes all of it. Not too happy about that. Let me read this real quick. Okay. Any creature that failed to save and is completely within the area. That's not it. Creatures that succeed to save and are partially within the area, pushed away from the center of the sphere until they are no longer inside of it. So the water weird is pushed and is kind of half on the ship, half off the ship. As it's sort of like floating around in the water here. The elemental is pushed out, and the rest of you see a fun little 10-foot sphere that's gonna sit there for a while.
How long does it sit there for? I didn't see that.
A minute. And
okay.
And the only thing that can pass through the sphere's wall is breathable air. No other effect can now.
What
What does
about
that
the
mean?
tentacle?
Spectral tennies stuck?
No, Tenny's not
Okay.
not a creature, so it's
Oh.
yeah.
I think you can still move it. Right?
Yeah, tentacle is like a force or entity or spell thing, so
Question: if the elemental got pushed, is he still restraining Azric and?
no, he's not.
No.
Actually no,
Oh.
the elemental is, because he got pushed out, but it's still within its range.
Oh, okay.
Because he's
Wow.
still in their square, in the little whelm that's happening.
I was
So-
hoping.
Secondary question.
Yeah.
Does Booming Blade trigger off that movement, or only if it decides to move?
Only if it decides, like force. I don't think force movement will count. I'll
Yeah.
double check that real quick though, just to
Hey, no
make
way.
sure.
Wombo combo.
It's only done melee, so we can assume it'd have to move if it wants to hit us.
Yeah, if the target willingly moves, so it did not willingly
Okay,
get
cool,
yeeted
cool.
out of there. So
Okay.
That sounds right.
And I guess still have a little bit of movement.
I'm gonna say your tentacle is gonna be pushed out, Azric, as well, even though it's not a
Okay.
creature. But
I will then. Yeah, I'll just do a bonus action disengage again.
okay,
And use the remainder of my movement to go. Y'all. Or not, because there's a wall.
yeah, you're kind of in the wall. So just tell me where you want to go.
There we go.
This map has walls on like the edges, but if you're on it, then you get kind of stuck.
Gotcha. Okay. And I think that's all I can do.
Is
Oh,
this Starfield?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So the elemental that's holding them cannot get pushed back into that red square. Like that red square basically is unplayable, or like.
Yeah, essentially, it stays there for a minute, and the item says the only breathable air can pass through the sphere's wall. So what could have happened, but wasn't able to because it was like in your space, is if they fail to save, they get stuck in there.
That's
You
what I was
can't do
hoping for.
anything. Yeah.
Yep. I'll read a little bit further. Creatures that are stuck in there, they can move the thing up to half their movement, but when they're in there, that sphere only weighs 1 pound, so you could like move the sphere and
Yeah.
like chuck them, and that's what I was hoping was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see why you
Yeah.
were saying it was like Pokemon.
Yeah, the wrong one failed, or the wrong one succeeded. So otherwise, the weird would have been yeeted into the ocean, I'm sure.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
I
funny.
that's
would
so
have
good.
chucked them like a baseball out.
Yeah. All right.
towards-
But the
Tornado.
ball floated, so it would have been like just a ball floating off to sea.
Yeah. All right.
I'll try to throw them like a
Asric.
tornado.
Hello. All right. Are we like enveloped in water? So like, if I were to cast a spell, I can't speak verbally.
You're whelmed, so that's what it says. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's like in your space around you, water sloshing around you. You can speak. I mean, you can yell underwater, right?
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna cast Shatter
Okay.
on the one whelming us.
What range is Shatter?
It is 10 feet.
Okay.
So
You're
maybe
restrained.
this guy
Okay.
to that guy.
Yeah, so let's do a little bit of drawy for some 10 feet shatters. Oh yeah, you can definitely hit the both of them without hitting you or any of your friends.
Okay. They both need to make a con save of 15.
They both fail.
Fantastic. They take 48 thunder damage
Mm-hmm.
or sonic damage. One of those.
Thunder. Sonic's 4E. They just renamed it.
Oh. That is 21 damage.
Jeez. Very, very nice. The water weird looks more like a puddle of weird at this point. It's not looking too hot. This water elemental is just like, bring it, brother. I can do this all day.
All right. And then I'm gonna have the Tenny smack the puddle weird
All right, go for it.
to hopefully finish the job. Go Tenny! I choose you. I think plus 18 hit.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
Okay, it's going to take 4 cold damage.
4 cold damage. Still up, but looking not happy.
Okay, and then it loses 10 movement, but I don't think it's moving. But that is all.
Gosh.
I don't know how this is gonna work, but it was the plan that I had thought of.
Mhm.
So I don't have a plan B, so we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to move right here. Wrong thing. Here. And then I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the water elemental that is holding our friends. And
Like this.
they need to make a wisdom saving throw, but I messaged you.
Yeah, let me see. Thank you. And it's on this one?
No, the one that's holding our
Oh,
friends.
the big one? Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Oh yeah. So they fail anyway.
And so
yeah, they do.
take 3d6 psychic damage, and then he immediately has to use its reaction, if available, to move as far as if speed allows him to move away from me.
Away from you.
Yeah, so he has to move away and drop my friends.
Yeah. All right, let me know the
And
damage.
So, 13.
13 damage.
I
And
need
it
to
has
do
to
like
move.
elementary school math just to be able to like simple math it real quick. And not
So
have
you
to
all
think
are no
about it.
longer going to be restrained. You're no longer whelmed.
Oh.
Let me get this off of you. And I think away from you is going to be diagonally. So they're going to move, what, 30 feet? So there's... $30. So how does half movement work? Because they have a different swim speed than they do a walkie speed. So
It doesn't say that.
well, I'm looking on my end.
Oh,
So
okay.
they moved what, 10? They plop in the water. So I'm
It
just
would be half swim speed, probably, maybe.
So they can move, okay, half swim speed. They move 45 feet. Into
It's all down.
they move 45 feet into the swirling vortex.
That's
Let's take a
awesome.
look at that.
Do they just yeet into the air?
I'm just guessing. I don't know if that.
Although
Let's
I'm scared to
see.
mention that because whatever happens to it means it can happen to us.
So they're gonna make a let's make a dex saving throw. They succeed. All right. So they're kind of like you. This thing disappears inside of the water vortex because it's made of water. And at the end of Taj's turn, it's the water spout's turn. Which way are they gonna go? It's that one. Okay.
The
Well,
Wilmer
I
has
also, if
become
possible,
the
would like to
Wilmy.
use the rest of my movement to go right here.
Go for
Like,
it.
so I'd like to be like behind the stern thingy or whatever the point of
Yeah, the mast.
the mast. Yeah.
Okay. It is moving back by 30 feet.
Whoa!
So it is playing a little yo-yo right now.
have a
Amy,
question.
yeah.
Is the water spout an enemy or just weather that we deal with?
It's a water tornado that's you probably don't want to be in if possible. It's not an enemy, it's an environmental hazard that's happening.
Okay.
Emmy.
Okay, Emmy's going to use Wild Shape bonus action. And I would like to turn into a giant octopus, please.
Okay. Are they
So I'm
large?
now size large, correct.
And
I am
where
large.
are you going to be?
I have a reach of...
Oh, you're going to be on the deck as an octopus?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I might move towards the other side. I'm looking to see what my reach is. 15 feet.
Yeah.
So I just need to be within 15 feet of this guy. But my goal is to also be within 15 feet with as much of my party as possible. So like I'm thinking...
Yep, that's going to get
I
everybody.
think I can reach everyone, right? Okay, good. And then actually I would like to hold. Can I hold an action in combat?
What action would you like to hold?
If any of my friends gets flown off or flies off or grabbed off the ship, I want to use an octopus arm to grab them.
Okay.
Just in case.
You're just
And I'm
basically
going to
going to
wrap one around the mast too.
You're gonna basically hold a grapple in case one of your friends goes off the ship.
Just in case that thing hits us.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
What does your giant octopus look like?
Oh,
Does he have
so
colors?
it's sort of blue. I like an interesting blue and white kind of pattern.
Mm.
Kind of like almost like a shark pattern, but on an octopus, actually.
Ah.
But
Cool.
underneath it has some of the bioluminescence that you've seen too. She's actually has that. I don't know if you guys remembered. Hayden,
I remember. Hooter.
Get out me measuring stick. I believe I can go how. And she's going to cast Ray of Sickness on this weird thing.
On the weird.
Yep.
Go for it.
That's a 23.
That definitely hits.
you are on fire.
Yes. I'm just casting
work.
first level, by the way.
Do you roll in that 20?
No, sadly. Sadly not. Where's my 8s? Here we go.
That is. What kind of damage is that?
Poison.
Okay.
I know, I'm scared. I'm like, this is going to do nothing regardless. 11.
All right. Unfortunately, the water weird is immune to poison damage.
I knew it. But it's all I have.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was poison or necrotic, so that's why I asked. You
No, I
fire Ray of
believe it is.
Sickness, and it comes out and direct hit on this weird who's a more of a puddle thing, and it just absorbs it into the water. You see like the green sickness just kind of gets diluted with like the deluge of rain and inside of its body. It doesn't have any effect, unfortunately.
Dang it. Can I also then, in that case, for my bonus action, yeet a healing word at Azaric, I believe, got hit at some point?
I've taken quite a bit of damage.
You could only do that if you cast a cantrip. It's the weird leveled spell bonus action thing.
Oh,
So
okay, never mind.
if you're trying to cast a bonus action spell that's level 1 or above, then you can only cast a cantrip. It's like a very
Okay,
weird,
yeah,
super
cool.
specific D&D rule. So
No,
next
that's
time
fine.
you can.
Noted.
Next, the weird. The weird is gonna slap the octopus. Does a 22 hit the octopus?
Let me see. It does.
Damn it, I had a feeling it might be immune. And then I was
it
like,
definitely hits.
oh well.
16 bludgeoning damage. But you're not grappled
Okay.
because you're large.
How much was it?
Yes.
16?
16. Yeah, that's kind of a tough break because that's one of the things. That's the only thing it's immune to. So. Next, the water elemental is going to avoid the water spout. It has 90 feet of movement in the water. And then it's gonna climb up on the deck and try and smack Taj and Kudo. Taj is first. That is a 21 to Taj.
Can I use silvery barbs as a reaction again?
Absolutely. It is an 18 to Taj.
Fuck.
Oh, geez. Okay, this is 18 bludgeoning damage. And over to Cooter. That's a 25 to hit. That is 13 bludgeoning damage to you.
Oh, that tickles.
Okay.
Hello, dog. How can I help you?
Hayden.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I see the water elemental's back, and he's harassing my companions. So I'm going to I'm gonna swing around or not.
Where do you want to go?
I don't think I can move through Emmy space.
You can.
So.
It's just difficult terrain. So you can legally move through her space. So let me know where you want to go.
I was gonna swing around the mast around to where, like, right here or here. If I had the movement.
10, so that's 20. 40. 60. Actually, no. 5, 10, 50, 20.
Wait.
25, 30. 35 feet to get there.
Okay, so I can't quite get there. That's fine. Can I go here then?
Yeah.
Okay. It's blocking me, so I can't move it.
I move you. There you go.
Okay.
Just remove those stupid walls anyway.
And I know
anything.
it's not super effective, but we need to try and get rid of this thing, so I'm just gonna hit it with my sword, or try to.
Go for it.
Come on. Probably not. That's 12.
12 is not enough. Still have your bonus action.
That was what, like about 10 or 15 feet to get there?
Yep, 15.
Okay. I'll use my bonus action. Disengage. 5, 10, 15. I think I can get here with 15.
Yep, you can.
And that's where I'll park myself while I have a look through my inventory.
Okay. Azric.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Even though, so I use silvery barbs, can I still give advantage to somebody?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna give it to Azric.
Okay. Azric.
All right, I'm gonna step back here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna pew-pews the elemental.
Okay.
So for silver barbs, is it for only saves or everything?
It's everything,
Ooh.
I believe. Attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Dope. All right, for my first Eldritch Blast. Okay, 26 hits.
Yep.
Oops.
It takes 11.
11. Force damage, yeah?
Correct.
All right. Takes it.
Was it a D10 now?
It could be 2d10 now. Or your
Let me
Eldritch
reroll
Blast.
Okay, same number. And then for the second beam, 21 hits.
Uh-huh.
And it takes, what is it? Numbers 13 damage.
13 more damage. Those are doing nice hits against it. Anything else you'd like to do? It's looking
And then
hurt.
as my bonus action, my penny's gonna smack this guy.
Okay. Can I suggest a name for your tentacle?
Herbert.
I was gonna say Tentacles, but Herbert's fine.
A 20 to hit.
20 hits, yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Does a maximum of 8 damage.
That is the amount that you needed exactly. So what happens when your tentacle destroys some weird water?
It absorbs it.
Is it like an I drink your milkshake type situation where it just slurps it up?
So Herbert is looking very plump.
Hydrated.
Yeah, just slaps it and it stays hydrated, bro. And it's
Like a leech?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That is my turn.
Taj.
I am going to do Mind Spike on our little friend here.
Go for it.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. Fails.
Nice. Oh, and I'm casting this at... Actually, I guess it is the second level. Never mind.
Let me know beforehand next time, but that's okay.
Well, no. I mean, it's a normal spell. It's
Yeah.
It is second level.
Yeah, let me know if you're upcasting next time.
Hold on, I'm looking for my other dice.
That's okay. Yeah.
Where are you?
Get all your dice. Did you hear them all hit the table?
They were taking too long. Okay. $13 psychic damage.
Alrighty. Very nice hit. Looking a little worse for wear.
It
Anything
can't
else?
become hidden from me.
Amazing. You know where that elemental is. Water Spout's turn.
Oh God, forgot.
No.
What direction is that? 5 west. Alrighty. It is going to move 30 feet west. And it is
No, we're
It
caught
is-
in it.
You're not in it. You're on the edge of it. You're not in the purple square, so you're
We're
good.
being buffeted by high winds.
Yes. So let's see here.
It's like going through the car wash.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here in a second. Let's see. Alrighty. So anyone that's within 10 feet, that is Azric, that is Emmy, that is Taj. Make a athletics check for me.
Am I still being fluffed?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
As far as I know.
Nat 20, baby. So
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah.
22.
Yeah.
Dirty 20. And
Okay.
yeah, my concentration's still up, so you guys are still fluffy.
All right, you all will succeed. So you do not get drawn in. Yay. Emmy.
In light of what just happened, I'm going to do the same thing again.
Uh-huh.
If anybody fails that check, I'm going to grab them.
Okay. You're going to hold your action for a grapple for the first one that goes anywhere.
Mhm.
Cooter.
Oh, hello, my big watery friend.
I'm going to booming blade it again.
Go for it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can reach it from here, can't I? That's like right next to it.
Yeah, you're right next to it.
Yes. Rrr. With my koa, that's hey, that's a 6.
It's not gonna cut it.
That's a natural 1 again. The old Kuta dice strike again.
And she's basically
Sorry.
just behind this mast, just doing the like, trying to
Like,
flail from behind the mast.
Around the
and-
corner, just like little
Yep.
hook around. All right. The water elemental. Let's see if it gets that back. Is not able to whelm again currently. So it is just going to slap Cooter and Taj again as they're in range. So we'll do Cooter first this time. And you get a natural 1 in return. So same. Taj, it's a 10
no.
plus 7 is a 17 for Taj. And you'll take 10 bludgeons. Taj. And that's all they're gonna do at the moment. Hayden.
Yes.
This thing is thrashing around, flying, trying to slap anything around it.
The elemental.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to. I was trying to confirm something in our player chat.
Oh. Well,
I don't remember.
well, I can't help you. Go ahead.
Maybe you might be able to.
No, I'm not part of the player chat. I don't want to help you.
Oh,
What's your question?
it has to do with loot that we got from that like ancient magic temple place.
Yeah.
Was one of them magical ammunition?
Yeah, you have, I believe, 5 + 1 bullets.
That's what I thought, and I'm assuming since I have the gun that went to me.
Yes.
You said you
Okay.
took them, yeah. Make sure to put them on your character sheet.
Yeah, that's my bad. I should have done that, but well then, with that being said, I will take out a pistol and I will load up one of those magic rounds of ammunition. Take a shot at this thing.
The music's like, hell yeah, you will.
Yeah, so it's +1 ammunition, so you get a +1 to your attack roll, and it'll also be +1 to damage rolls.
Okay. Okay, so that's here we go. Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20! Very nice.
So that's
Slap it.
1d10, so that's okay.
Max gun damage plus your roll
Right.
plus
So,
sneak attack.
sneak attack double too?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah.
is.
Oh yeah.
What's the point of being a rogue, brother?
Right. Okay. So
Here,
that's
I'll calculate the max damage for you because I have a calculator built into my computer right here.
it should be. Am I up to 3d6 now?
You tell me, Mr. Rogue.
If I did. So I shorted myself damage one time.
Oh no.
It's 3d6. So that's not.
So your minimum right now is 32. So now roll your d10 and another 3d6. Rogue's gonna rogue.
Rogue's gonna rogue.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that's another 24.
Plus
Points of
24. So just so everyone's aware, this is 56 points of damage. And guess what? It is magical damage, so it does not resist the piercing damage that you inflict upon it. Which means, tell me how you kill a water elemental by shooting it with a gun.
So Hayden
so cool.
realizing that his sword wasn't really helping and seeing that his other teammates were casting magics and that seemed to work, he remembers he has that magical ammo. So he loads up the pistol, fires a shot. And normally when you fire a shot from a pistol, there's smoke and like a yellow or orange flame. kind of slightly blue flame comes out, and the ball pierces the elemental, and you just see it explode into just droplets of water.
Yeah, you see him shoot this magical ammunition, and as soon as it hits the center, it kind of erupts, and you can't distinguish this from just puddles on the deck or just water falling from the sky on the
That's the most
ship.
damage I think I've ever done on an
Yeah.
attack.
What is it total?
ever.
56.
Holy shit.
Yeah, a very timely
did we
critical. Well, he would have needed to do 54 if it was normal damage, but it's magical, so it didn't resist it. So he needed like 27.
Huge.
Very nice.
Ooh-wee.
With
That's
that,
amazing.
you all are out of the woods. With the elementals being destroyed, the vortex of water begins to dissipate. Ooh. And now it is just a regular old storm for you all.
Somebody goes flying, like Chowder comes up and goes flying off for a split second, and I grab
No.
her with an octopus arm.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let it not all have been a waste.
Yeah, you can grab someone. You can grab one of the hatchets that was being battened down. You grab it before it flies off.
I grab a hatchet.
Before it flies off
I'm
the
not an
off the
octopus with a
ship.
bunch of hatchets.
Yeah, terrifying. And with that, you all are out of combat. So I think now is an astute time to go ahead and take our break for the evening. It'll be just a few minutes. I will say thank you so much, Old World Charm, for the raid. I appreciate it. Stick around. We'll come back here in a few after our long combat. So go grab a snack, go stretch your appendages, and we'll be right back here in just a few. BRB, everybody. And welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you grabbed some snacks, stretched your appendages, and
Dodging some
hopefully,
bugs.
yeah, hopefully your journey to snacks wasn't perilous.
Like mine.
Anyway,
It's all
you
good.
all are now out of combat. That is going to be the end of the day, unless there's anything you want to discuss. Otherwise, y'all are good to go as the storm continues on for the rest of the evening.
I'm trying to catch my breath. What was that?
We're all accounted for, I think.
Hold on,
that
let me
happen
count
often?
all the goblins and halflings. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good enough.
Do I count as a little one?
Yes, actually.
I suppose so.
Present.
Yeah, because Cooter's like knee high. She's like a halfling or a goblin size. And it's even worse because she probably hunches.
What time is it?
Well, it is the evening, end of the day. Almost sleepy times. When you said what time is it, I instinctively looked at the clock on my computer and I was almost like, it's like 8:15, but so yeah, it's 8:15 in the game. Exactly.
Do you imagine?
Yeah.
Is it a 24-hour system in your world, or is it 20?
Yes, it's 24 hours. That's anything different would be a little too granular even for me. A different calendar's fine. Different day and night cycles, and no, I'm good.
Gonna check on the crew, make sure everyone's okay. If there's vomit, I'll just make them clean it up.
Don't you have access to prestidigitation?
Oh, you're right, I do.
I mean, that speaks volumes to what kind of person you are, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's even better because
He's like, I don't do vomit.
I always forget.
So yeah, everyone seems fine. Everyone's doing their jobs of making sure that everything is locked down on the ship amidst all of the combat and stuff. So the ship is secured. It's good to go through the evening, and as soon as the storm clears, you all are good to sail once again. All right. If there is nothing else, then that's it for the evening. You all get the benefit of a long rest, and you need to use a ration. And if you want to change spells, you can. If that's what your heart tells you. And it is now a new day, and this will be your 6th day?
Correct.
Day 6. Somebody navigate for me. I guess it's going to be Emmy.
This time next week, it'll be the full moon. We have to hurry, I think.
21.
21.
Finally did it.
You make up for that half day lost. So you are now back on schedule.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right. Another day, unless there's anything anyone wanted to do.
I'm all right.
You good?
7th day on the sail. Another navigation for me.
Uh, 13.
All right. On track. Alrighty. So your position is there, about halfway through. Someone roll me a d12.
You got it. That it would be a 2.
Alrighty. One moment. You see some sparse, like flotsam in the water, like debris. And then you see what looks to be like a bottle sort of bobbing into in the water around you. And it looks like it has a piece of paper shoved into it.
Oh, I'll try to fish it out.
Yeah.
Is there any jetsam?
No jetsam, only flotsam.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know the difference, jetsam is stuff that's purposefully thrown over. Flotsam is debris due to something happening that was not on purpose.
They're also both eels.
Are they?
Uh-huh.
Fantastic.
It's just floating there, huh?
Yeah. All right, you can easily fish it out if that's what you want. Looks like a large sort of rum bottle with like the classic, ring little handle with a wad of paper shoved into it.
Kuda, can you detect magic on this, please? Don't want any surprises.
Yes, I will. As a ritual, of course.
Yeah.
I detect. What do I detect?
A bottle with paper shoved into it.
Oh, there's nothing here. It's just a piece of paper. Nothing
Right.
shifty in there.
Making sure. Not like a hand with a ring on it or anything like that.
No, no.
I cork it open.
Amazing
Campaign 1
throwback.
reference.
Yeah. All right, you cork it open, you pull the paper out of it, and you see some scribbles on it.
Any language we recognize? Dwarvish, Elvish, Orc, Thiefscant?
It looks like the common tongue.
Ooh.
Oh, well, that's
And
reading explosive runes.
that is what you see. If you'd like to Read it aloud.
Voices won't cease. The great Magus speaks. Conjure mystique weaves. Weave arcane threads. Threads of darkness entangled my thoughts, binding me to the realm beyond. Whispers in the depths. Threads weave a tapestry of madness. This seems very familiar. Like
Yes,
we were
it
just
does.
there.
Quite so. Didn't we all hear that in our heads?
But there's more.
Oh, what
Now,
else?
where is sanity in the tapestry of chaos? Voices spin my mind like a loom. I must find release. I must sever the threads. The mouth of the abyss calls. The ancient gateway, a maw to consume me. Threads stretch between worlds, a tapestry of madness and despair. The threader sorcerer beckons. The rhyme echoes, shadows and whisper. I must escape. Sever the threads. Tear the tapestry.
I wonder if that means that the abyss leads somewhere else, or if this is the cause.
Can you copy paste that for me to read?
Wow.
Sounds a bit
It's in the
balmy to
chat.
me.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. I thought you said.
On the note as you're looking at it, it looks like the longer it goes, the more erratic the writing becomes. It looks like the scrawlings of a mad person. Like someone scribbled this and shoved it into this thing and just threw it.
Are we anywhere near that island?
The mouth of the abyss?
Mouth of the abyss?
No, the island that we were at before.
No, you're nowhere near that.
This speaks of mouth of the abyss. It sounds like it.
We're
It's a
just
gateway.
in the middle of the ocean.
A gateway to where?
All I know is this adds up to what I was saying. Now, there's some sort of arcane god or something, and they were praying to him, and we know that was a long time ago, and we know that magic isn't trusted in this world because magic had something to do with the great calamity? Calamity.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
Catastrolamity.
Wrong intellectual property.
Oh,
Perhaps the orb we have may have something to do with the maw.
that's.
I don't know about this tapestry, but I'm intrigued to learn more.
I think we should be very careful. I think the people that wanted to know more ended up like that one guy back on that island.
True, but if we can become richer, maybe gain more power.
And then what?
And we rule the seas. I don't know.
You hear a voice from behind you say, "You mean to tell me you're actually putting stock in what you found in a message in a bottle in the ocean, believing the scrawlings of some mad person? Cute."
I mean,
It's
we
Whisper.
survived a mad island, Whisper.
"You
So
want
what
a
happened
cookie?"
to the Crimson Gale?
From what we've experienced,
Actually, do you?
this doesn't actually
have a
sound
cookie?
that strange.
She pulls out like a biscuit from her, just like from her satchel, and goes, "Mm-hmm." And she just eats it in front of you.
Oh, that reminds me. Emmy, you have to try this delicacy. It's a hardtack.
Oh, hardtack. Okay, I read about it in the books, and all the sailors and pirates that eat hardtack. Hardtack and grog. I don't think I like grog.
So you can just have the hardtack. I mean, the
Okay.
grog helps, but we'll try it just alone.
Emmy attempts to eat some hardtack.
What is that?
I'm pretty sure she just chipped a tooth. Thanks. No. 17's good. Okay. Whew. Other way around. She kind of gnaws on it for a few minutes and makes a very confused looking face. And then she keeps trying to, she does not understand. And then she takes it and like kind of clonks it on the side of the ship and you hear like a clunk, 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 clunk. I don't think this one's edible.
No, that's how you eat it, Emmy.
No, you can't eat it. How do I eat it?
So Whisper looks at you and she goes, you hold it in your fucking mouth until it gets soft and then you eat it.
It doesn't taste good.
It's awful. Is that how you treat your friends, Captain?
She was just so fascinated and excited about the Trihartag. I couldn't
Why
resist.
do they eat it? If it's
Because
not good.
we have to in order to survive. I mean, if we don't have any food left. And it lasts a very long time.
Oh. I
Hence
see.
the grog
Yes.
or the
It
ale.
would not last long under the water, so I wasn't understanding.
Now, you don't believe everything you read.
Well.
All right, good
Okay.
lesson. Let's go.
You mean someone would write something down and just lie?
Listen, don't believe everything you read in the books, all right?
Or what you find in the ocean in a bottle. Dip it in your rum. It's better that way. Can I see that?
Oh no.
She
I
points
hand
out to the
hardtack Cooter.
scrawling.
Sure, if you want. Rambles of a madman or person.
Well, as you can even read this. Well, crumples it up and just hands it back to you.
Hold it. Put it in my pocket.
It's just so pleasant.
She was there when we went to the Whispering Island, right?
Sit on the ship.
So, but it was only us that had anything in their heads at that. Do we know if any of the other crew had it?
You don't think so?
Okay. Well, scrawlings of a madman or not, not much to do with it now. So we just keep pressing on then.
Aye. Not like we're gonna actually go to the mall. Quite dangerous.
You wouldn't make it far at all.
Especially not on this ship.
Well, even if you could make it there. I mean, it's crawling with hunters. If you'd even get past them.
Have you been Whisper?
No, I don't have a death wish.
She makes a point. I mean, it's well known that the Conservancy's always making excursions to the mall.
I'm just gonna nudge Azric. Kuda just like nudges Azric a little bit and just says, Captain, can I have a word with you for a moment?
Oh, of course, Kuda. Yeah, let's meet in my cabin.
And she's just like, I understand that the mouth of the abyss is very dangerous. We do know this, and she is right that it will be very difficult to get close, but if we can't access this Starfall prism on Escos, like you say, it is the only other way. So we need to be prepared that if somehow we can't get access to it where we're going, that we may need to prepare for the worst. And what we found will probably be quite useful. I'm just not sure how much of that we wanted to share out in the open, and don't want to scare the rest of the crew, you see.
Oh, no, yes, your concerns are very valid, Cuta. Hopefully, we do not have to resort to actually going to the mall. But if it comes down to it, then I don't think we're ready in the state we are in.
I had always been trying to make my way back there because I know that there's something there that I need to see. I'm not sure what, or I don't know what answers it'll give me, but I just feel like there is something there, and I do know how dangerous it is, I know, but that's why you found me at Rosadon in the first place. So, I don't know where this adventure will lead, but hopefully we'll find some answers.
Believe me, Kuta, I want to get those answers for you, and I will exhaust every available option we have before we have to go to the mall.
Well, in any case, we have to get there in the next 5 or 6 moons, so hopefully the rest of the trip is less eventful than the last couple of nights.
I hope so, because yes, if we don't get there before the new moon, then we have to wait an entire month. So hopefully our navigator is able to steer true, and hopefully we have clear skies, and we catch a strong current.
If anything and we do miss it, I suppose we can have a look for that prism you were talking about and then circle around back to Ontes before we return.
Well, this in a museum that is just as dangerous as the mall.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. But
With
which
regards
one?
to security.
Yes, yeah. Well, you're already wanted. What's just another 1,000 guards on your ass, sir?
Only one island? I think we played it pretty well on Linares. So we were supposed to come
We'll
back.
see. Well, anyway, I just wanted to make sure you were aware, and hopefully the rest of the crew can hold it together. Hayden's a very strong bloke. I didn't know he had all that in him.
Oh, you mean the thing and the
There's the
shooting?
thing and the thing and the pew-pew and the... It
Hayden
was
is
incredible.
full of surprises.
I'm going to go tell him how incredible I thought it was. Comes out, Hayden!
So while you're having this conversation, before you come out and talk to him, Whisper kind of walks up to Emmy as she's, looking at the gross hardtack. And Whisper hands you a cookie out of her satchel.
Oh, thank you. This is much better than a heart attack. Thank you.
All right, listen.
Okay.
She points at Hayden and she goes, tall, dark, and mysterious. And then points at Taj and says, mean girl. They might actually know what they're doing. Your captain is as green as it gets. So,
He's trying really hard.
yeah, and he was willing to have you break a tooth on this fucking hardtack. So, all I'm saying,
Well,
if you need anything, you can feel free to ask me.
oh no, I don't need anything. Do you need anything?
No.
Okay.
You're looking for pirates. I'm the real deal.
Well, do you think being a pirate is fun?
It has its ups and downs. I mean, you make the most of it if that's all you can do, right? So yeah, it can be fun.
Have you found any buried treasure?
Lots.
Have you ever been to like a secret island fortress?
Twice.
Do you know anyone with a peg leg?
I know 3 people with peg legs.
You really are the real deal. But I think Azric and Taj are the real deal too. I've seen them do piratey things. You weren't there, but they are really good at it.
Alright. Well, Aiden and Taj, they could probably handle it. No, Captain, As Captain,
Azric,
probably in over his head.
Well, no, I think he's just, he doesn't want to come off as too, like a know-it-all or like aggressive,
What's the problem? He thinks he knows it all.
Well, yeah, he does kind of act like, I don't think that's fair. I mean, I just know he's trying really hard. So, and I think he really wants to be a pirate captain.
Two things. One, life's not fair. So that's besides the point. Two, my friend Aldrich, one of them with the peg leg, you know what he did? He tried real hard. You know what that got him?
A
Peg leg. And now he's a cook for the rest of his days. That's all he
That
can do.
sounds nice, though, actually. I mean, cooking's, it seems fun. Cheddar always seems to be having a lot of fun in there.
It's fun if it's your choice.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, I just think he needs, a little bit of help. We could help him. I mean, what is your captain like?
Well, I will say in her case that Blackbeak, for the most part, does know it all. But because she has experience, she's been there, she's done that. And if she doesn't, she trusts her officers to pick up the slack. Her team.
I think Azra trusts us to pick up the slack.
Only sure shit doesn't trust me, but I don't know if I can blame him necessarily.
I was gonna say, really, that's on you. That's not really on him.
I didn't ask to be put here, but I'm here.
Oh, you didn't want to be here with us?
It's not whether I want to or not, it's what I was assigned to do.
Well, what if we, kidnapped you or killed you or something? Aren't you scared?
You gonna kill me, Emmy?
She
looks at you.
No, I'm not gonna kill you. That'd be a really bad idea. Plus, I don't really like killing people.
Exactly. Yeah. Bad idea.
I just meant, aren't you scared being on a crew and you don't know anyone? I mean, it seems kind of lonely.
Well, I mean, who says I don't know anyone?
You don't know anyone on the boat?
Swift and Boulder came with me from the Banshee.
Oh, well, I haven't really seen you talking to them. I thought maybe you didn't like them.
It's different when you're an officer.
Oh, like you should only be friends with an officer?
I mean, I've sailed
I'm an
with...
officer. You could be friends with me.
Do you want to be friends, Emmy?
I'm navigation officer. I'll be friends with anybody. I think it's pretty fun. I want more friends that are pirates.
All right. Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah, we'll see. That sounds fun.
No. I'm going to go back to, doing whatever the fuck it is I do here. So.
What do you do here?
Liaison to Captain Blackbeak, whatever that means.
What does that mean, though? You talk to her?
Occasionally.
What did you say?
Occasionally, I do.
Well, how do you talk to her? Do you have the spell that lets you talk to a bird, and then that bird, usually a seagull, will fly over and tell them what you said?
Do you have that spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Not right now. But yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have that bird talking spell.
You talk to her then. Can she read your mind? Can she read my mind?
She's reading her mind right now.
It just looks like she's trying really hard. Like she's focusing really hard to not think.
Better not think of anything.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Better not think of anything, or she'll know.
Okay. Well, it's nice talking to you, Whisper. I have things I have to do. I've got to go. Bye.
It's a fucking joke. As you're walking away,
Oh. Yeah. Everyone likes to make jokes. I'm learning that must be a pirate thing they don't write about in the books, but
very pirate thing.
It's fun. Mm-hmm.
And this is where Cooter can come out and yell at Hayden as you finish your conversation with the captain.
Hayden, wonderful job earlier, lad. Very proud of you. Very proud.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Cheers.
As you come out and yell that, Whisper turns around and gives you like a what? And then she looks back at Emmy and has like a sly smile on her face and just like stands up real proud and just and starts clapping like very obnoxiously. And then the rest of the crew starts looking around and thinks that they're supposed to clap. So like everyone on deck stops what they're doing and starts clapping for Hayden.
I'm also clapping.
Yeah, Emmy joins in too.
Hayden pauses for a moment, trying to wonder what the hell is going on right now. And then he's like, all right, enough. Back to work. That's it.
Everyone kind of stops and then goes back to what they were doing.
Shall we?
Yep. And then
All right.
after the applause, Whisper kind of just breaks off and stops her conversation with Emmy, and you all can go about your business.
Hayden will walk over to Cooter real quick and say, I appreciate the compliment, but what was that?
Nothing. I just wanted to tell you how amazing I thought that was. Didn't realise you had it in you. It was fantastic to see.
Well, you were full of surprises too.
Oh, I tried until it matters and then I fail. But that's okay. We'll get there soon, one day.
Yeah, we couldn't have done it without your help, so.
Oh, anytime, anytime.
Right. Well, I best get back to my job.
What is my job? Is anyone hurt? Anyone need a bandage, heal, kiss on the knee?
And as you sort of ask that, one of the goblins, Slug, kind of looks around to see if anyone's watching him, and then holds their finger out. There's like a little cut on it.
Oh dear, that's all right. I'll just touch it and use my what have I got? My healing word.
Yeah. I mean, it closes right up. Like it's a very like a superficial scratch.
Yeah.
Thanks. And then they just kind of scurry
You're
off.
welcome, love.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything before the next day?
I just want to make sure our pirate flag isn't hoisted when we get to more traveled waters.
I would assume your pirate flag is never hoisted until you're about to take a prize.
Okay. Yes.
That's
correct.
what you'd usually raise that to signal the ship that they're about to be taken. So, unless you just want to fly it
Just to
around all
make
the time.
You know, we don't have the brightest crew.
And you said it, I didn't. Okay, so on the let me count my days here. 7. All right, end of the 7th day. You all get your long rest. Use a ration. Can change spells if you like. And you think you've got 3 more days of sailing until you get to Escos. And someone roll a d12 for me.
Oh,
I will.
I thought Bun was doing it, but she was just
not
eating.
you.
I need a navigation too, by the way.
was rolling my navigation. I did. It's a
I
16.
rolled a 6 for the D12.
Okay.
But yes, I'm also just eating. Sorry.
That's okay. All right.
Actually, it's a 9. Sorry, I had to find the other.
the little slashy through it.
Yeah, it's the sparkle wind dice, and it was hard to read, but it is a 9, not a 6.
Okay.
The other one.
Could have just used my healer's kit, but you know, we like to be extra. It's all good.
That's okay. It's a new day. You got your spell back.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this day, you see Gear, the halfling that has joined your crew that had 2 years of sailing experience before joining. The small halfling man is sort of pointing and arguing with some other people, and sort of like a crowd is forming around the main mast.
Oh dear.
Captain!
Captain?
I poke my head out of the captain's quarter. Yes?
What's all that hubbub?
Oh, Hayden, do you mind giving a look?
Well, on my way.
And you can see Gear sort of pointing at Kurzak and yelling, "I'm not doing it! I'm not gonna do it!"
Oi! What's all this ruckus?
Kurzak kind of looks at you. "I'm sorry, Mr. Hayden. Well, some of the crew seem to believe that our ship's bell is cursed. And they say even if they're on watch, they'll refuse to ring the bell because it could bring malevolent sea spirits or inclement weather. And they think that was the cause of our recent debacle a few days ago."
It's Gear, the one that thinks this.
Yeah, and there's a crowd. And people are like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go over there. I'm not touching it either." There's at least like 6 or 7 people that have all got into their minds that the ship's bell is now cursed.
All right, listen. I thought you were a bunch of hard sailors. Is it ghost stories that frighten you?
Well. And then Gatto speaks up. "They're not stories when they actually show up on the ship."
We're on a long journey across the water. You know there's all kinds of creatures, inclement weather. It's all normal. To think we were gonna skate by without seeing anything. You're gonna blame it on a bell?
You think watery creatures are normal?
Yes. You be out on the water long enough, you see it.
And everyone's just kind of
We need
like,
that warning bell to ring when there's danger or other nasty things coming our way. And if you refuse to do it, someone else will. If everyone refuses to do it, everyone goes overboard.
and you've started basically hearing the ultimatum. Gear is just like, I mean, well, I guess you're gonna have to throw us all overboard because I can't take those kind of chances, neither can they. And then there's a couple of people like, yeah, we can't put ghosts on the ship, we can't cause this to happen. And basically right now you've got about like 10 to 12 of the crew that are sort of convinced that the bell is cursed. The only thing we can do, Mr. Hayden, is we can get rid of the bell and buy a new one in Escos, because none of us are gonna touch it.
I come like wandering out, like super flowy, like the wind is making my dress and hair just like flow perfectly. And I'm like, What is all the commotion about?
Bell's haunted.
You know what we need? We have not had this on the boat yet. I don't know why I forgot about it. But we need to be, have a nice cleansing aura, you know what I mean? And I, like, get, like, a smudge stick out of my bag, you know? And I'm just, like, twirling and dancing around and, like, smudging the whole ship. And, like, sputtering nonsense, like, as I'm doing it. And
it's like a bundle of like sage, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Sage.
Making sure I knew.
And then I like stand on my tippy toes and like have my hands down and I'm like staring up at the sky and I'm like saying a bunch of like words, you know. I can feel it. The air is much lighter. Don't you feel it?
What I'll say is for this particular scenario, with your help, Hayden, you can get advantage on a persuasion roll if you would like.
Persuasion, you say? Well, sure.
From Taj's intervention to kind of help smooth things over.
It's fine.
Let's see what happens.
As you're sort of dancing around and waving and doing the sage and saying your incantations, as some of them are kind of like nodding their head.
That'll be a 22.
22. Okay. So you easily convince all but a group of 5 that it's cleansed. Either it's cleansed or it's not cursed in the first place.
So this group of 5, I'm just eyeing them sternly and saying, "What? Still not satisfied?"
I mean, she can go over there and say all her heebie-jeebies all she wants. Doesn't change the fact that the bell's haunted. It's cursed.
I like I come over and I like put my hand on his heart, you know. And like
He kind of recoils. No.
you have some negative energy surrounding you. Maybe it is not a bell, but it is you after all.
So in this case, there is a mechanic to this. So your persuasion has reduced the amount of morale that your crew would lose if the bell stays on the boat. Your option in this point, because you've done what you can to kind of quell their nerves, but some people are just stubborn in their ways, and if they think it's haunted, then you're probably not going to change their mind. So the option you have now is you can either remove the bell, toss it overboard, which has its own problems, that your ship no longer has a bell. It's going to be harder to alert people if anything goes on, that kind of stuff. Or you can leave the bell on the boat, and you will suffer a morale loss of 1 for your crew.
What does that do mechanically?
So mechanically, you have a certain amount of morale on your ship. In the grand scheme of things, where you are now, 1 morale isn't going to be a huge deal. Theoretically, if your morale gets low enough, there could be a mutiny, but you're nowhere near in danger of anything like that for the moment.
Okay.
So there are ways you could raise morale for the crew later on if you wanted to kind of correct that.
Player to players. Bell space.
We can replace it when we get to East Coast, like they said, no? Compromise.
The bell stays.
But we
The
do
bell
need it
stays.
in an emergency. It's just, I suppose, one of us will have to ring it, although I can't really.
Yeah.
How heavy is the bell?
I mean,
Like
it's just
the-
like
the
a
rope.
it's just a bell at like basically the bottom of the mast, that if someone's on watch, they can just ring a ding ding to wake people up if there's something going on, instead of trying to shout or anything like that.
Which the bottom of the mast in relation to me is still...
There's a box so you can reach it. Like the goblins have a box, right? Because they have to be able to ring it when they're on watch.
With my negative dexterity, let me try jump up on this box to ring this bell.
So everyone, it looks like the officers are talking, and Whisper speaks up. I understand your concern, Captain, but are there no other ways we could try and alert the crew? Seeing as how there are at least a handful of people with magical affinity. I understand sticking by your principles, but it's your call.
Well, no, you're right, Whisper. That just means that someone with magical affinity has to be on watch at all times, as most of the crew does not have that capability. But Whisper, do you happen to have any magical affinity?
Of course I do.
Oh, and pray tell. I think it's been long overdue since you and I actually have a conversation one-on-one. And to try to earn each other's trust. It is beneficial for all of us to know what you're capable of.
It's a bit weird to have my interview after I'm hired, but sure.
Well, yeah, you both you and I know that neither of us had that choice.
Sure.
So what? We're removing the bell now?
Well, I'd like to hear more from Whisper.
Well, anyone here able to cast any spells that perhaps make loud noises? Anyone at all?
Well, does anyone have alarm? It can clearly cast shadow, but that'd be a waste of a spell to notify that something's happening.
No one?
Can you repeat what you said again?
Yeah, she's basically asking, like, can anyone cast any spells that make noise or anything? Noise, bright lights.
I have a scroll of alarm, but I don't know that yet. I have to wait until I have more money.
Are there any cantrips that can do that?
Thaumaturgy. Prestidigitation for a bit of light. If you wanted to go overboard, of course, shadow would work. I'm sure the whole ship would hear that.
I can cast light, but if people are
Light.
sleeping, that's not going to really do much.
Well, depends on how heavy a sleeper they are.
I mean, I could do it tomorrow. Like, I could sleep first, and then I could prepare my spells, and I could take one that would do that.
It's presenting you with options. Making sure you're informed.
Well, thank you, Whisper. I appreciate
I
it.
mean, listen, I've sailed long enough. I'm no stranger to superstitions. But as far as superstitions go, this one has to be the stupidest one I've ever heard.
Oh, there's an easy solution for this. And I just walk over and ring the bell. If nothing happens tomorrow, the bell's not cursed.
And you see a group go, "Oh." And you see Barry, who is one of the other halflings, just say, Captain's cursed now! We're doomed!
Barry, I believe you deserve a little time out in the brig. Or hearsay.
And he like,
Kozak, if you will, please.
all right, Captain. He sort of like grabs Barry. And Karzak's like a large, like, lizard folk, like a crocodile lizard folk, and starts leading Barry, this halfling. And he like sort of like tries to toughen up, and you don't hear until he gets down the stairs and he starts sobbing.
The rest of you need to stone up. Are you pirates or children? When we get to Escos, we can look into another bell.
They're just staring, like they're getting talked down to. They're not saying anything else because of what just happened to Barry.
You heard the quartermaster. Get back to work.
And everyone kind of just like hangs their head, and they kind of get back to work. You will lose 1 morale on your crew.
Worth. If we couldn't do it with that roll, then
the roll reduced it because it could have been up to 3 morale loss if it was allowed to spread. So
wait, but like, how many do we need to worry about?
5, right?
Wow, jeez.
If your morale ever goes negative, then they can mutiny, and if it goes negative, then the captain has to start making rolls every day to make sure they don't mutiny. Fun times.
It's also fun to yell at people.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope the rolls are good tomorrow and nothing happens.
Yep, it's on you.
Woohoo!
Okay, so other than that, the rest of the day is going to be uneventful, and that's going to mark your 8th day sailed. So unless any of you want to do anything, I know the captain wanted a conversation with Whisper. Was it like a later type thing, or was it just there on the deck?
A later thing.
Okay, you can have it tonight. You can have it, whatever
tonight,
you want.
Private.
Sure. All right. So evening is there. You can see that right now, that Artie, which is one of your other newer recruits, was on watch, and they're just kind of like side-eyeing the bell. And then someone else can be on watch if they have magical abilities to make sound, or I guess shoot a gun.
Yeah.
Shoot a fucking gun if you all have
Shooting
pistols.
gun works.
But yeah, so Whisper sort of like a little knock on the captain's quarters.
Enter.
He steps in, closes the door behind her. You wanted to meet with me, Captain?
Yes, Whisper, please have a seat. And I have a bottle of rum and 2 glasses prepared.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she'll pour one for herself and one for you there on the table. Slides it over. And she's kind of just takes a seat at the table. Not quite familiar, but she's not afraid or she's not nervous to speak with you, much like the newer people are. Like, she knows that, you know, she's not in trouble. She's not going to like the principal's office or anything like some of the other lads might think when the captain calls on them. So she's just kind of
like,
sitting.
Ooh.
Yeah. She's, you know, seated there. Sort of the lantern light kind of dances off of her like dark purple skin.
I just want to get to know you, Whisper. I believe we got off on the wrong foot, and you clearly don't respect me as a person or a captain, and we could be cordial here and speak freely. I just want to get to know you, since you are going to be part of the crew, along with the other 2.
I mean, you know as well as I do that respect is earned. Now I'll follow orders, but I mean, it'd be a tall order if you were thrust upon someone's new ship with a new captain and they demanded you respect them.
Oh, I completely understand. Yes, respect is hard earned here, especially on the seas. And a inexperienced captain can result in the end of an entire ship or crew.
And you sort of are some more like the first like real one-on-one conversations you've had with her. She's not much older than you are, maybe a few years. But it looks like she has a life full of experience in this sort of profession.
Well, we shared the life of piracy under two very stern captains, you with Blackbeak and myself with Marius Blackthorn. But you mentioned that you had arcane affinities. I'm curious what kind of powers you're capable of.
Mainly in the purview of enchantments, illusions, those sort of things.
And how did you come to this life? A pirate.
Well, if you are someone who is able to learn these sort of affinities, or are, God forbid you're born with them, you don't have a lot of choice, do you? I'm not one who's willing. And she kind of like leans back. And you see her, it's almost like she's going to put her boots on the table, and then she thinks better of it, and then just kind of leans back and crosses her arms. Well, I'm not the one to have to want to register my capabilities, everything I'm doing day in, day out, be restricted in my profession, so best place for me is at the Cove, rather than the city-states who would, well, try to control me, afraid of me causing another catastrophe, apparently. We're all guilty until proven innocent.
Well, and that is something that you and I share, as we both have the capabilities of arcane power. That it chose us, so we didn't choose it. And, what exactly is that you would like to do on this ship? I know you're an officer, you're a liaison with Captain Blackbeak, respectively, but what is it that you truly want to do?
Well, my overall goals for my career, but that's not possible here. What will you have me do? What are my options? I am quite good at getting into places unseen, but it seems that Mr. Hayden has that covered, so as of right now, my only duty is to check in with Captain Blackbeak, make sure everything is ship-shape.
Well, if I had it into my power, I could put in a good word with you with Captain Blackbeak if she finds what we do favorably, of course. Obviously, she would trust you more than she would trust us, as we were just newly acquired. But sometimes two pairs of eyes is better than one in regards of scouting, infiltrating, gathering information. But seeing as all positions are filled on the ship, you could be a floater, putting in input and filling in slots where needed, and picking up slack where we are lacking it.
Well, it's kind of what I'm doing, so not much of a change. I would be careful making suggestions to Captain Blackbeak about her crew members. She's very particular about people suggesting to her what she should or should not do. Not saying that you were going to do that, just giving you the fair warning.
I appreciate the warning, but if it came to a vote or a vote of confidence, you would have my support.
Well, question for you, Captain.
Of course,
No.
you're welcome to speak freely here.
I'm not sure if you remember, but I remember the sickly little boy of Azric on the crew of the Withered Rose. No. I was born on the Cove. I know that you weren't. How would someone like you escape whatever fate the crew had befallen, whatever mutiny that was started, come back after some amount of time and then be a captain of a ship? Seems like a miraculous turnaround to me.
Did we know each other when we were children?
No, but I'm very observant. Don't forget a face.
I was shocked that her bringing that up from our childhood.
She knows that she's caught you off the back foot.
Well, you, as observant as you are, you have probably seen the way former Captain Blackthorn treated me. It was not very kind.
I don't know, you wasn't kind to anyone, but I suppose that's one way to run a ship. Arguably, could be more effective, but that just depends.
Absolutely. More than one method, of course, but definitely be more preferred amongst the other captains. But my whole life, I've been told what to do, been told where to go, been told how to live. Though I'm fairly young, I'm tired of that kind of life. So why not be my own man, be my own captain, and run my own ship?
Right. I will say in
What
that
would you do?
regard, no offense, but you got lucky.
Don't I know it? That is all we have in this life sometimes, is we just need a little luck. And I was able to escape my past, so to speak.
What the hell happened on that ship? I mean, as far as anyone could tell, it was a well-oiled machine. Although they were chasing after some big prize for the past few years before that all happened. Some delusions of grandeur, maybe.
I believe that's what broke the crew's morale and the reason for people want to meet me and take over. Of course, we all know how that went. Terribly wrong. The crew decimated. Hardly anyone alive left. And Taj and myself barely made it out alive. Into worser hands, of all things, when we arrived in Rossadon.
I heard that Blackthorn held your deck wizard Taj in quite high regard and happened to weigh her counsel quite a bit.
Well, Taj has the gift of clairvoyance and can foresee fate, so to speak. So,
At least she didn't foresee the mutiny.
well, not all things are clear. You know how some pirates can be superstition, as you just saw, as some of the crew think the bell is cursed. So why wouldn't a captain be obsessed with knowing the future when eyeing such a sizable price that he did not, well, of course, he would not tell someone of my position on the ship.
Well, shame. Looks like, in the long run, you and her came out on top.
As you said, we were very lucky.
Better to be lucky than good, right?
True, but hopefully, moving forward in the future, I can show you what I'm capable of, and not the fool that you think I am.
I don't think you're a fool, I think you're experienced. And I think that your pride gets in the way, or your bravado, if we're speaking freely.
Of course, no offense taken. You speak truly. So hopefully pride can take the best of most people, so hopefully I can think with a clearer mind when it this.
Well, anything else you want to know or inquire?
The other two, are they just muscle, or do they also incline to the arcane or divine power?
Swift and Boulder.
Yes.
Boulder, not inclined. Swift, not really. More inherent to her elvish nature.
Well, I believe that will be all's. Whisper, and I top off her glass.
She takes it, she just kills it. Just about why I negotiate my salary or am I hired? She slaps the table and stands up.
Well, if you're looking to make the switch, then that could be arranged.
Joke. Ain't been the same either
course.
way.
Naturally.
Not sure you could afford me, to be honest. But
Not
lucky
yet.
for you, Blackbeak is paying for me.
Well, if you ever need anything, my cabin is open.
All right, very well. And she
Good
stands
night.
up and leaves and closes the door behind her.
Kind of lay back. I'm like, whoo. Okay.
Make an insight roll for me.
Okay. That would be -1, 17.
I mean, she's quite forthright with her answers. She's got nothing to hide. But with her, she can read you like a book. So that's kind of what you gain from that encounter. Is you're not quite sure if she's playing at a game and like coming at different angles, but she's reading you quite astutely. So whatever you feed to her, she's gonna know the truth of it or not, more than likely.
Okay. Yeah, I just kill my glass and just take a deep breath. And just kick back unless someone needs me.
Yep. All right. Into the 8th day. Does anyone else would like to do anything before we continue on?
Did I feel like a little bit of her got a little bit of respect for me, or is she just same old same?
I mean, you've never really spoken with her. She just kind of laid it out on the table of what she's about and is kind of a take it or leave it. Like, here's what she's here. This is what she wants. This is what she's going to do. And you have to earn her respect and she'll follow orders because she's supposed to. She's not complicated in that way.
Okay.
Alrighty. End of the day. Everyone's going to use a ration. This is your 9th day sailing. And what I'll do here is you are in much safer waters than the Pinnacle Depths. I'm just going to have you make 3 rolls for me, Emmy. And if anyone wants to do anything in between you all get to Escos, then you just let me know. We're going to see how fast or slow you get there. Right now, you're on time.
Okay, that would be a 12.
All right, good enough.
Next would be a 18.
All right, good to go.
Last would be 14.
All of them are solid. You're making normal pace, so you kind of cancel out your previous delay with your 2 rolls over 20 earlier. And with that, of course, you all have plenty of long rests. You are able to change your spells if you want before you get to Escos. And in total, you should have used 11 rations. And with that, you sort of make your way into the, like, approaching the port of Escos, known as Dusk Harbor. And as you are approaching Dusk Harbor, one moment. My music files are not how I wanted them organized today, but that's okay. That is a-okay. So when you approach Dusk Harbor here, for you, Azric, you very much have a sense of some mixed emotions, right? This is pretty much where you grew up. This is your formative years. This is your childhood. And then the wave of emotions always comes back to you because you had a very hard childhood. And in your heart, because of that difficult childhood, it's full of disdain at the Lotus King and his followers, their inability to help you. All the sorts of all comes to swell up inside you as you see the Dusk Harbor kind of come into view.
I really hate this place. Look off into the distance.
I put my arm around Azric's shoulder and just kind of lean my head on his shoulder.
So I never come back, Taj.
But it is time. You did not want to face what you do not want to face.
I'm just glad you're here with me.
I wouldn't be anywhere else.
As you all are approaching the grand city of Escos, very large amount of people here, like many of the city-states, 15, 20, 25,000 people, all in one small area. The city is sort of on a delta, on the edge of the sea, and then where 3 sort of long winding rivers all come together and flow into the depths here. The Silver Shine, the Moon Shadow, and the Abyssal Flow. This continent was the most ravaged by the catastrophe. Most of its landscape shattered, where the sea filled in the cracks It's home to many lunar canals, or what they called. They have used sort of this horrible tragedy to some advantage of travel. There are floating markets. There are floating gardens inside the city that thrive on the waters. Sort of these botanical marvels are home to many exotic and sort of mystical plant life here. You can see sort of the architecture of Escos come into view. These towers that are adorned with silver and pearl-like materials that brightly reflect off of the moonlight as it's coming into the evening as you come into port. Many of these towers sort of house the most prestigious institutions of Escos. Of course, the Lotus Luminarium, the Zenith Archive being just two of those. Most of the buildings, as they come into view, have these opalescent facades, sort of adorned with these same like mother of pearl inlays all around. On these buildings, there are carvings and reliefs of the Lotus King and his teachings all throughout. You can see that some of the forests around Escos, including some of the plant life in the waters here, are luminescent. They have a very subtle glow to them. And as you approach the Dusk Harbor to figure out how you're going to obtain a Silver-Tongue Blossom in your old home, Azric, you can see in the distance there where the Twilight Sanctum is located, this magnificent cathedral dedicated to the Lotus King. You distinctly remember the stained glass depicting the various marvels and the teachings of the Lotus King. And then there, not too far attached to the sanctum, is, of course, the Order of the Lotus, the group of monks in this sort of monastery that you were sent to at a very young age. And in the distance, on the almost other side of the city, you can see a sort of magnificent building that sort of has multiple towers, a large fortress inside of the city itself. And you would know this building from anywhere. The Eventide Citadel, home of the Elysian Watch. And as you all finally make it into the Dusk Harbor, as all these sort of feelings wash over you again, Azric, all coming back from your childhood, it's where we'll end our episode for the evening.
Ooh.
So,
Wow.
Take in.
yeah, fun times.
It's a great episode.
I want to know more.
Yeah, I will say thanks so much, everybody, for watching, as well as earlier Blue Cottage D&D. If y'all are still here, thank you so much for the raid. As some of you all know, we're a fully immersive, super serious D&D stream, but we do see the support, and we thank you very much for sending your communities over here and supporting our channel. So thank you so much for doing that. If you haven't yet, please go check out our YouTube, as well as our other social media. And if you haven't, go check out the cast. All their links are going to be in the chat in the description. Go check out all the things that they do. And I think for this episode, instead of doing a poll, I think Cooter should just have the
I already have one.
well, You can have
Ooh.
2 if it's an audience vote, but I will say, if you'll let me finish, actually, no, I changed that rule, didn't I? I was going to give you the inspiration because it's your birthday tomorrow. So,
she can gift it to
so
someone.
now you can give it to someone, and now you have to choose favorites.
I will
favorite.
re-gift it. Who doesn't have one?
I'm
already have
fluffing
one.
my
I don't
muscles
have
so
one.
hard.
Yeah, who
Wait,
has
so
the
Emmy-
fluffiest muscles?
Emmy does have one,
Have one.
and no one else does.
I don't have one.
That's right. Choose your
And
favorite,
Hayden
Cooter.
doesn't have one, and Azrek doesn't have one. That's true. That's true. Taj is my favorite person now. Always looking out for me.
Oh,
I just love the way that you like the original Yeet. The original
original Yeet.
water weird Yeet. So I'm gonna go with Taj today.
Amazing.
thank you.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. I very much appreciate it. We all do. We'll be back Monday for Tome of Knowledge. If you want to talk about some D&D stuff or a little more hands-on with the chat, and you can always ask questions or just hang out with us, or maybe you might learn a thing or two, or maybe you'll teach us a thing or two. So that would always be good. But anyway, thank you all so very much, and we will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, nerds.
Bye.
Bye, nerds.
Bye.